Cybercriminals of today often tread the path of least resistance, and many times they find that cities and states, and our U.S. government, are that path. While governments of all kinds are increasingly becoming more and more dependent on technology and the related tools such as mobile devices, Internet of Things devices, and third-party technology providers, the same institutions struggle to keep up with defending against the security concerns these new technologies bring along with them. Municipalities and other governments have control over millions of records containing sensitive personal information, but also have tight budgets and therefore are reluctant to increase spending on cybersecurity. However, they must conduct themselves just like any other business when it comes to cybersecurity by recognizing the threat and then strategically preparing for breach avoidance, breach mitigation, and breach recovery. How important is this issue? One state's Department of Revenue recently sustained a security breach that affected 3.8 million taxpayers who had their social security numbers exposed, along with other personal information. This attack was traced to a single phishing email delivered to an unsuspecting government employee that allowed hackers to access the state's computer network. Long story short, this one government employee clicking on one malicious email cost the state as much as $12 million in credit monitoring services, not to mention the substantial other costs. And the theft and loss of records is not the only concern for municipalities. What if critical services such as police and fire are interrupted? What if service staff can't log into their systems and must handle everything manually for an extended period? What if city employees can't be paid because the direct deposit payroll system is down? Thankfully, there are a few basic steps that municipalities and other governments can take to greatly improve their chances in the fight against cybercrime. Here are a few. 1. Have a professional cybersecurity assessment done. It's hard to plug the security holes if you don't know where they are. 2. Educate, educate, educate. As in the earlier example, most breaches are caused by employees who are not properly trained in basic cybersecurity matters, and not training your employees could literally end up costing millions of dollars. Consistent, well-rounded training is an absolute must for all employees of any municipality or government. 3. Have clearly defined written cybersecurity policies and procedures that everyone must follow. 4. Use effective software tools that guard against and uncover breaches. 5. Have other strong perimeter defenses, such as firewalls and VPNs. 6. Make sure all mobile devices, such as cell phones and tablets, have the same security protocols as desktop computers. Make sure these devices have security measures, such as encryption, dual authentication, and effective means for tracking the device's physical location. 7. Ensure that all Internet of Things devices have robust security features. Things such as security cameras, traffic cameras, and HVAC control systems that are connected to the Internet are a potentially huge security hazard. 8. Review all third-party vendor security measures. Your network is only as strong as your weakest link, and if a third-party vendor that is connected to your network has weak security features, it is a breach waiting to happen. For instance, a third-party vendor that runs the fitness center could be an easy way into the overall network. Actually, a higher and higher percentage of overall breaches are now coming through third parties. 9. Make sure existing cyber insurance coverage is adequate. If a breach does occur, appropriate cyber insurance will significantly mitigate the costs. Municipalities and other governments now place cybersecurity at the top of their list of concerns, and rightfully so. However, with just a few actions, these institutions will greatly reduce their significant exposure to these risks.